Hello and welcome back to another video, and I just realized I start all of my videos by clapping. I don't know why, but today we're going to draw some feet and shoes. I'm going to try to draw a foot and then erase it and draw a shoe where the foot was. That's the plan. Are we going to stick to that plan? I have no fucking clue, but we're going to try. We're going to start by drawing a foot. Go ahead and, I don't know. I do have references, but I've started most of these random little things. I start without doing a reference first, so this first one is no reference for either. We're just drawing. Where do we want the big toe? Let's go ahead and put the big toe over here. I don't know why, but I always forget how toes bend. Like, in the middle of drawing feet, I always forget how the hell do toes work? And it's like I gotta remind myself how the hell a toe bends. But, so far, it's not looking too great. It's not looking terrible. It's just not, like, amazing or anything. It's just not really outstanding. Alright. For this one, we're going to accept this. Is it shitty? Yes, it's absolutely shitty. There's no fucking heel. There's, like, no foot on this foot, basically. But yeah, sure, that kind of made it better. But we're gonna erase this now. That actually made it a lot better. I just like took a step back and was like, that's wrong. But we're gonna erase it now. And then we're gonna try to draw a foot, or nope, shit, a shoe on it. We will probably detail the other feet a little more. I can't say that for sure, though, because I don't know if I'm going to want to draw all the toes. That's kind of annoying. Like I said, I do mess it up a lot, so it does get kind of annoying. So how are we going to do this shoe? Well, all the shoes and feet are in the same angles. I found a reference with shoes and feet in the same angles, so I'm going to try and draw the same shoe that is I'm going to be drawing today. But I don't remember what it looks like. I already forgot. So I'm pretty sure it looks like this. But I can't guarantee that. Kind of reminds me of like a I don't know what a clog is, but it looks like it should be called a clog kind of. Clogs are made of wood, aren't they? No, this isn't clogs. This is just weird shoes that kind of looks like I should put a buckle on them. Boom, there's my shoe. No references. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's very small. Let's try and draw some bigger. I'm now looking at the references, and honestly, it's not terrible. I mean, like, it's not exactly right, but, like, it's not bad, so I'll take it. Let's go ahead and just draw... let's go flat foot. Just a flat foot. I'll try to draw it a little bigger. I'm actually used to drawing feet very small. Like, I don't have that sketchbook right here, but it is... I draw them in that sketchbook, and I draw them small, so I can fit as many as I can on the page. Do I? Not really. There's still a lot of empty space in that sketchbook. I try to fill that space with lots of other random things, though. But I'm supposed to be filling it with feet, or shoes, or hands. Whatever I'm supposed to be drawing is what I should be filling the page with. And whatever I'm supposed to be drawing is not what I fill the page with. Alright. Hell, I forgot I'm supposed to be looking at a reference. Okay. So the heel on the reference, his heel is much, much more pointed than I drew. I rounded that out quite a lot. Put his foot out. Yeah, that's correct. I lost my reference. There it is. Now, we'll go ahead and put his foot here. This might not be exactly right, but I don't know sizes. That is also something that I mess up quite frequently, is just the general size of a foot. I can't get it always correct. Alright, hold on. There we go. It's not bad. Now I kind of just want to try to draw the feet because of that one. But no, this was meant for me to draw shoes because I was thinking, you know what? I don't want to draw shoes. I'm gonna do that now. Alright, now we'll try and draw a shoe. Which, granted, if I were actually just practicing shoes, I probably wouldn't be drawing the full foot underneath. At least I don't think I would be. I feel like I'd probably just like draw like the box shape that you need. I don't know. I already forgot what that shoe looks like. Alright. There we go. Now let's go like that. There, looks good enough. I know I'm not following this exactly correctly, but these are slightly different angles. Like these specific two. This picture is much more from above than the actual reference. Or than the picture of the foot, so we are kind of just disregarding both of them and doing whatever we fucking want, because why would I pay attention to the reference when I could just pretend like I am? Yeah, I don't even know what's going on. If I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not sure what's happening here. Whatever it is not drawing a shoe. So, let's try that again. But this time, try and give the shoe a little more space to be a shoe. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but hopefully that makes some amount of sense. Alright. Now, like, no shit. Like this, and then like that. That's not what I want. Oh, I'm using way too thick of a pencil. Let's blame it on the pencil. Yeah, let's blame it on the pencil. It's not a lack of skill. It's a lack of sharp pencil. It all makes sense now. That's why all the problems were happening. It's all the pencil's fault, yes. Okay. Now, if this is magically, like, way better, I'm gonna blame the pencil. Alright, I am quite ditching the previous things that I was drawing. Why do I do this? I'm not sure. You know, I bet I could probably, like, look up how to draw shoes, find it out, and practice, and do things like that. I'm not gonna do that, but I bet I could. That's a thing I could do. Alright, yeah, sure, that's fine. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. I am now wanting to ditch drawing shoes, though. But no, we're gonna draw at least one more. At least one more. Why does the one I drew with no references look better? Let's just do that again. And let's not even use the other pencil. I don't need to use the other pencil. I tend to have better luck when drawing a foot that's like bent anyways. So let's just straight do the same fucking foot, but like, what if we show the bottom of the shoe? Then I can't even accidentally use a reference because none of my references show the bottoms of the shoes. Okay. Now, let me see if I can actually get this right. Now, you may be wondering, what the fuck are you doing here? I don't really know. So, I saw a picture, and somebody else did this on their foot, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, and then I did it, and I was like, hey, that kind of freaking worked. I've never done it for a super weird perspective like this, though, so I don't know if it's gonna work, but if it does, awesome, I'm a genius, and I definitely didn't take this from anybody else. I'll give credit, but it was on Pinterest, so I have no idea who it was. Alright. Now, this isn't exactly perfect, but like, honestly, these toes is kind of wonky. Not gonna lie, the toes is wonky, but the foot, not bad. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. So now we're gonna erase it and try and turn it into a shoe. And yet again, it's small. Like, why do I keep doing that? I don't know. That's just a little whoopsie that I keep doing. I'm sure I'll eventually draw shoes and feet the right size. Today will probably not be that day, but like, one of these days I will. Alright. Try and like wrap it like this. I tried to make it a little shorter. Go like this. Try to add a little bottom to the shoe. Honestly, it should have just ended here, and then I take the bottom like that, maybe. And the shoe. Alright, let's go ahead and make these some high top shoes, just because I feel like that might be a little easier in the moment. Alright. There we go, this isn't bad. How exactly... It's like a checkerboard pattern on the bottom of my shoes, right? Actually, no, it's not. I got weird shoes now, but... I was thinking of Vans. I think they have like the checkerboard pattern, because it's skate shoes. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. Definitely not bad. Not perfect, but for coming up with something random, having no references, not fucking knowing shoes because I just don't like shoes. Well, no, I do like shoes. I don't like shoe like shopping and shit like that. That's pretty good. It's got no laces. I don't care. It's not important. This is taking me way too long for the small amount of shoes that I am drawing. So therefore, foot. We shall draw foot. We're gonna do two comparisons. We're gonna try to do the original version of how to draw foot that I was taught, and then we're going to try and do the version that I just decided to start doing. Now, the version that I was taught was this. Basic shapes, and you're supposed to do a cylinder for the leg, but I never did that. But you know what you're supposed to, so I guess we'll do that. Alright, granted, these shapes are much less 3D than they are supposed to be. I'm just lazy. So they should be more 3D. There we go, add some shape. I just figured I could probably get away with not having to do them too 3D because this isn't like a wild angle or anything, so I figured it would be fine. Okay, let me look at it real fucking quick and see what's wrong with it. Couple things, nothing too big. Yeah, it's not terrible, but it's not perfect. Alright, that's how I was doing them. That's how I was doing. I put like 2 circles. And then I actually never really put that toe thing either, actually. I just put the 2 fucking circles. Actually, I didn't even always put the 2. I just put the 1 mainly. But that's what I was told to do. Now let's do... I guess we can do the same angle for it to be, like, fair, right? We should do that? Probably. It makes sense, right? Yeah. Alright, it's gonna have to be a slightly different angle because of... I don't know how to do this exactly at that angle. But... now we'll try what we taught ourselves. Alright. There we go. Now add the toes. Sure, that's fine for now. It's not really that important just yet. Reach that to kind of towards this part. I generally just guess on where I'm supposed to put this foot, but it's usually around there. Not the foot. Ah, yes, the entire foot. We just guess on the entire thing. I have no idea where anything goes. And that's actually mostly true. I don't fucking know the measurements. For the hands, I at least know some measurements, and like the body, same thing. Foot, no fucking clue. No measurements are known. Alright, yeah, this isn't bad. It's just not perfect. I think it's better than the other one. I feel like I'm able to get more of a foot-looking shape. Granted, the toes are all fucked up. I'm not gonna lie there. And toes is very, very fucked up. So we just gonna kind of pretend like they don't exist by just... It's magic. It didn't wipe away. You wanna know why? Because that's not eraser shavings. I just didn't erase it very well. I thought I erased it better than that. Yep, sure, that's fine. I like this one better because it's more of a foot shape than that one. So I'm going to therefore say this is superior, even though I was trying much harder on this one than I was that one. Therefore, it was not a fair test at all. I weighed it in this. I weighed it for that one. But shut up. To Madrons, I'm allowed to weight it for whichever one I want to win. I get to do that. I'm the artist. Alright, you know, this kind of just looks like a shoe on its own. Hold on. Ka-chow. Let's see if we can turn this into a shoe. Ka-chow. Ka-chow. Alright, I am not a shoe artist, but I am an artist. So we can pull random bullshit, and sometimes it fucking works. That's how it works. Trust me, I talked to like an artist and they told me that. You get to like pull random bullshit and like sometimes it just works. Oh yeah, look at that. It's a mess because they drew a bunch of lines in it, but it's like shoe shaped. So like I count it as a win because it's shaped like a shoe, and that's like 90% of what a shoe is the shape. Now, why am I drawing so small? Let's try to do this one again. But let's try to do this. Yeah, I'm changing the perspective. I didn't even know what I'm doing, if I'm being completely honest. I'm just kind of fucking doing shit at this point. Alright. Just random stuff at this point. So, go like that. That looks... Oh, it looks okay. It's not great. Alright. There we go. Yep, sure. Okay, now what? The toes. Did I forget how toes work? Absolutely I did. Your thumb is kind of like a toe. Kind of like a big toe. I guess I can also just look at my toe. It's literally right freaking there. I'm stupid. Sometimes I question my intelligence. Alright. Also, I just always draw the little toes wrong. I only give them 2 knuckles. You got 3 knuckles. I just don't draw the 3 knuckles. Yeah, sure, it's beautiful. Just don't look too closely. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a little long. I don't know. Why is it so much easier and harder to draw them smaller? Like, I feel like it's so much easier to draw them smaller, but also at the same time, it's like so hard. Yeah, I have no idea. There's probably some fancy explanation reason that someone has that I don't. Now, what am I doing here, you may ask? I've got no fucking clue. I thought, hey, why not try? Why does this kind of look like a tractor? I thought, hey, why not try drawing another shoe? And then I thought, great idea, me. And now I'm thinking, what a horrible, horrible idea that was. Why? But just because it was a horrible idea does not mean we're gonna stop. I've done plenty horrible ideas, and I will do plenty more. Alright, what are we doing? I don't know. Feeling shit in. And I don't really know. I don't have any rhymes for this. Alright. There we go. Boom, perfect. And then I'll write in the brand. Shoe. Boom. It's the best kind of shoe. Oh, I should have written shoe. Like, shoe, go away. That would have been so much funnier. Especially since when I was writing shoe, I was fully doubting my capabilities to spell the word shoe. I was like, this is gonna be spelt wrong, isn't it? I'm gonna spell shoe wrong in front of one person. Oh, heavens. Alright. There we go. What are we doing now, you may ask? I don't know why you're asking. I clearly don't know what I'm doing. Alright. There we go. Bring this towards the toe, because generally I feel like that's where I'm supposed to bring it. Alright. Is that 4? That's 4. Okay, we need a 5th toe. Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's not bad, honestly. I mean, it's not what I was going for, like, at all in the beginning, but it's not bad, so we'll keep it. What were we originally going for, you may ask? I have no clue. How long is this? I know I only have limited. Okay, 22 minutes. We can draw some more. Alright, let's do this. Do something stupid. Alright. I already committed to just filling this with feet, so can't back down now. Alright, well, technically I can. I can do whatever I want. This is my fucking stuff, but I'm not a little bitch. Alright. You know, my constant saying that makes me have to continue doing this still. Boom. Toe. No, we're not going to do this. We're going to erase that one and we're going to do a better one. And then we'll probably end because of time. I don't really know. What should we do? Let's draw a shoe, but it's not a shoe. Shoe just rhymed. Drawing it with no guidelines because I couldn't think of where to place the guidelines. So fuck it, right? It kind of looks like a boot. Alright. There we go. Looks good enough. He's not perfect, but he's good enough for just a random little sketch. That was honestly supposed to be like in a different perspective than that was. But that's fine. Let's draw a boot now. Ready? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the cleanest boot I've drawn all day. It's beautiful. Let's give it another one. Oh yeah. It's like fucking Finn. His shoes. And there we go. Who is this? It is Big Man. Yeah, Big Man. Big Man. All right, I'm gonna go. Bye.